So it is such a prevalent thing. So anyway, that's a long-winded response to an important question. That things like that, I hope, engage young people and you know, get them involved. Because my feeling is that, you know, our system, the only hope for it, and this is what, you know, Bernie Sanders is all about. I keep saying is the only hope for it is for engagement, and that's why Obama was successful. Frankly, they were at this brilliant ground game where they got people engaged on a grassroots level, and it completely blew away, you know, Hillary, frankly, in the last election, and certainly the Republicans. So it's all about engagement.
Go
ahead.
Has directing changed anything in your acting? Like, do you look at a scene differently? Do you have, I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know what I mean?
Yes, the answer is yes. It did tremendously. When I started directing, which was the film that Renee referenced, Walk on the Moon, which was now like 15 years ago, it completely transformed my experience of acting. Number one, I learned when I became a director all of the other components of making a film that I had been, that I didn't know about. You know, as an actor, you really only interface with a limited number of people on the crew. There's a lot that happens that you just don't understand, and as I used to sort of feel, it was like a lot of dark corners, and I sort of shined a light on all those corners, so I had a much greater appreciation for what everyone else does. And then maybe the biggest impact was really appreciating other actors' processes and being able to look through their lens at a performance in terms of that interaction, and really understanding, you know, what a producer's role is, you know, what the line producer's role is, the people that are responsible for the money and the budget, and what those issues are, and certainly a director's problems. It just helped me. I felt like it made me more helpful as an actor, and relaxed me as well, because I kind of go, oh, I understand what's happening over there, what they're talking about, and understood how I can contribute in a more informed way. Do we have a Periscope question or not?
You have a lot of questions that aren't really pertinent to what we're talking about. But I'll take this opportunity to speak to the people watching. If you have some maybe more serious-minded or something about politics or kind of questions, I'll read those as they come in when we're on the audience.
So that's a challenge for. Okay. Yes. Oh, right. Fine. Sorry.
Hopefully I get this question out properly. What do you feel about people that criticize celebrities that are politically involved? And Ted Nugent's name comes to mind.
Oh, that's
so,
a great question.
yeah, how do you feel about them? People think, well,
I think they're irresponsible, frankly. And the people that criticize him. And I disagree with Ted Nugent's politics for sure, but I respect his right and would defend his right to speak out as much as he wants. And he's a tremendous force in mobilizing the group of people that you know, that he's trying to do it. Here's honestly how I feel about it. Yes, I think there are celebrities that sound off about things and do so in an ill-informed way, and I think that's irresponsible. So for myself, as someone who's given a soapbox or the opportunity to rightly or wrongly attract people's attention, I feel I have a responsibility to do that in an informed way. So whether you agree or disagree with me, I hope that I can engage you in a conversation about an issue and we can battle it out or be of like mind about it. So that is definitely a responsibility of celebrities. But I have to say, speaking of actors, the actors that I work with and that I collaborate with on a regular basis are some of the smartest people I know. So that, you know, the sort of tired cliche that actors are dim-witted or shallow is actually not true, although I'm sure there are some. The same can be said of politicians. I think that what I say to people is, we not only have the right in our country to use our voice, I view that we have the responsibility to use our voice and to get engaged in our process. so many of us feel disenfranchised as individuals. Think, well, you know, what difference does it make? What, you know, again, Bernie Sanders, I think, has been so eloquent on this in his campaign, and Obama was before him. We feel disenfranchised, and what does my voice matter? And it's so easy to sit back and complain and throw up your hands and say, well, what does it matter anyway? I'm cynical, I don't vote, I'm not going to get engaged. Well, shame on you. Because especially with social media and the power in recent years of this medium, you know, what we're doing right now, your voice is amplified exponentially, and through community, we can make a difference. And the only way you can make a difference is by getting engaged. And you heard, you know, Bernie say it last night at the debate. It's like, get out there and speak up. So I hope that as a person who is given a microphone, I can hopefully inspire and challenge people to use their voice in the way that I'm using mine. So I take great exception to pundits who dismiss celebrities, because I'll put you in the room with Kerry Washington, and you try and catch her out, because she's a lot smarter than whoever is saying that. And God bless Ted Nugent for his outspokenness, even though I disagree with him.
Yeah. Do you want to come back here?
Yeah, so, well, what if you make the active decision not to be involved with the political process per se, and you instead go the route of art and trying to change culture, foster empathy in the world, and you see that as a more just use of your time than getting involved with elections and...
I think that's fantastic. I try and do that with my life. I mean, I also am really interested in politics, so I engage someone on that. But I, absolutely. You know, I think that in many ways that's a much more substantive approach to affect change, you know, whether it's through art or whether it's through engaging in community service on a local level, you know, getting involved. Like, you walk down the street, there are homeless people probably outside this store. So I go up and I go, that's what I care about. I'm going to engage in my community, and I'm going to try and affect change. I think that is the great blessing of our society. We have the freedom to do that. And I think anybody who's not doing that is not living up to what is, I think, is their responsibility as an American. You know, it's just so easy to complain and to find fault with, and that's so much, frankly, in terms of the political conversation, it's so much a part of the conversation that I find repulsive, really, honestly. It's just that, you know, the bulk of the conversation is tearing the other, finding, you know, oppa research, opposition research, to just, how do we just tear the other guy down? How do we find the weak points, as opposed to going, you know, what am I going to do? So if your way of doing is painting a picture or writing a story or going out and engaging on a very local, person-to-person level, I think that's more valid, frankly.
All right, I've got one here from Periscope. People have been asking, you talked a little bit about how all the characters on Scandal are very complicated, and a lot of them are literally murderers, but people are asking, are there any qualities of Fitz that, like, what do you think are his strongest qualities or things you admire about the character?
Yeah, Atlantic Magazine. Here's the thing about Fitz that I admire, and I'm certainly not objective, but no, honestly, is that, you know, Fitz is a guy who makes decisions from his heart, and he has, you know, what the tragic mistakes that he has made in life were in an attempt to frankly not be like his father, who was a craven, manipulative, power-hungry, narcissistic politician, you know. So Fitz has always strived to be not his father, to do things from a place of substance, to make decisions based on what he believed in his heart to be the important right thing. And he's made a lot of mistakes in doing that.